I thought that meant like we could both watch the All Blacks, but no, it meant turning the TV off and actually giving him.
Imagine how crap it would be coming home, and you've got this air of you stuffed up, a cloud of.
And my wife would always tell me, Glennis would always tell me, everyone could feel what I was feeling in my family.
Put a lot of effort into your relationship, and so that you can live in peace and harmony.
Well, yeah, we were working together, and actually, Fitzman was my boss, so it was a bit funny. Actually, it was kind of a little bit like opposites attract, I suppose, you know.
Later on, it was probably about 6 months later, and we'd been seeing each other quite often. Bertie said he got this place out at Oxford. He'd like to move out there when he retired. He said, "Would you like to come and live with me there?"
And then as I got to know her, I really liked who she was as well, and the fact that she was a woman with mana, you know, really independent and kind of intelligent as well.
We were enjoying each other's company for a couple of weeks, and she said to me right at the beginning, "We will not go to second base unless my kids like you." And that straight away, I just fell in love straight away. I just thought, wow, what an awesome lady.
The reason I have really committed to my missus, because admittedly I've made a lot of mistakes in my past relationships, you know, obviously because I'm not with the mother of my kids, but yeah, there's a personal commitment in myself to make our relationship work.
As the relationship developed, our commitment becomes stronger, and it is quite nice to know, you know, if someone's going to be you know, willing to love you and you're able to love them back, then it's a pretty special thing.
Went out to visit my mum at the Urupa, and yeah, went down on the knee on the beach and cracked the question, and yeah, luckily enough she said yep, and so yeah, so this is our 14th year, man, far out. Just, you know, that's a world record for me.
I'm out there providing financial backing, and I go about that, I suppose, being a certain provider. But at the same time, I also believe that I'm in a partnership. I strongly believe in a partnership with my wife.
My provider role for me is about not only working, you know, providing income, providing food and providing somewhere nice for them to live, but also providing the love and the nurture and the advice. And
there's times where you need to take a leadership role, and there's times that you need to step back and let either your kids or your partner take that role too.
The most important role modelling for any child begins at home, and if a child doesn't have a healthy role model at home, his or her chances of being a healthy person when they grow up, making good decisions, entering into healthy relationships with another man or a woman, probably aren't going to be that flash. And we strive to have a healthy model at home.
Having a good relationship rubs off on your kids, and your kids know when you and your partner are happy, because they respond and they're happy too.
In my own way, I like to try and demonstrate to my son how I expect him to be. You know, now I try and demonstrate that. I try and demonstrate that I would be the type of person that my daughters would hopefully end up with. You know, someone. Yeah, I try and portray that. I don't know whether I live up to it or not. Now that's an entirely different. It's an entirely different kaupapa, entirely different DVD.
you doing?
What do you look like? Going fishing, so I can get a feed. So I can feed my family.
You're supposed to go round to your mum's today. She wants to see the kids before they go back to school on Monday.
No, I work my ass off all week. All I want to do is go out for a few hours and relax. Chuck's waiting for me, babe. I'll meet you there.
So how am I supposed to get 2 kids and a 1-year-old across the other side of town, eh?
Hey, bro. Yeah, look, bro, yeah, nah, I can't make it, eh? You know, no, something's come up. Yeah, I'll go spend some time with my kids, bro, you know.
I remember one time when my man was still alive, and he came through to Tauranga, and I didn't know he was coming through, and he turned up real early in the morning. And I was out the back, you know, hanging the clothes up on the line, and I didn't realise he was there until I heard him laughing. And then he was kind of saying stuff like, I never thought I'd see the day, son. You know, hanging up the clothes, eh? But, you know, it's that kind of stuff, eh? That some of that old traditional thinking that just doesn't carry in today's world, man, because, you know, Gail works hard. She works, you know, 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours a day, and you know, she's as tired as I am, so, you know, we'll both cook tea together, and we both clean the house together.
Yeah, having a 2-year-old daughter, she demands a lot of time out of my partner, and so I've got to make sure that there's a balance there where I'm providing time out for my partner so she can go do a few of her interests.
We refinanced and we actually joined everything together, so now of course everything has to be, you know, mutually agreed on what we're doing and stuff like that. So and I suppose that's not really solving the problem, but it has, in a way, it's made it, you know, we're kind of more joined in that sort of managing our dollars.
Oh, there are always things, you know, like every couple has issues, you know, has a million types of issues. It's what defines our relationship, I think, is how you deal with those issues.
I used to take the conflict out on my partner, but I didn't think I did, because how I used to do it was I'd just shut down. And my wife would always tell me, Glennis would always tell me, everyone could feel what I was feeling in my family. I suppose because we're so close. But I used to think, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not saying anything anymore.
That wasn't a familiar place for us to be. We're both yelling at each other, and it was just like... So I was really tempted just to go away from the relationship, actually. And then, so in fact, that was felt like that was the only option for me, because I didn't want to be in a situation where I was yelling at this person that I'm supposed to be in love with. You don't yell at someone that you're in love with.
Before, when we used to, if we knew we were wrong, we used to dig our heels in, and no one would ever win. Now, it's a little bit different now. When we know we're wrong, what we do is we do things like say sorry. Simple as that.
Yeah, but if the kids keep eating stuff that's falling off the ground, then we don't have to keep buying them more food all the time.
Yeah, but that's unhealthy, and they'll get sick, and I'm the one who's left looking after 3 puking kids all day.
Yeah, but they reckon bugs are good for their pukus. Helps restore their immune system and stuff.
Yeah, but it's ice cream. And it had sand and stones in it.
You're the one who bought them all 2 scoops. Everybody knows the top one falls off.
Yeah, because you had 2 scoops and they always want what their dad has.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Hey, can we not argue about ice cream anymore?
Where's the hokey pokey?
It's really important that we do communicate with our partners. and it's important for just solving a problem, any conflicts that you might have in your relationship. It's best to get it sorted out straight away rather than walk away from it.
To me, that would be the strongest part of our relationship, the fact that we talk about things before they turn into big things.
We talk about things we spend at least an hour a day understanding each other, talking to each other. Never used to be like that.
Just talking it through. I really believe in not letting the sun go down on a problem. If it's you're crawling to bed and there's still some bad air, talk it out. No, there's no problem which is insurmountable at the end of the day. Everything can be talked through. Problems always look worse than they actually are.
I thought that meant like we could both watch the All Blacks, but no. It meant turning the TV off and actually giving her my 100% attention.
Well, like your father passed away a few years ago, so that was about just being there and then us all going up to the tangi and all being together and playing the role that I needed to play.
I try not to question her because generally it's one of those things that she can't find the time to do, so I do it.
If your missus needs you and you'll know what that situation is, whether she really, really needs you or not, then, go to her, basically.
We know we can support each other, but also make sure, the biggest thing, that you love her and you show that.
So we had this massive argument. She chases me out the front door with the cricket bat. She's all dressed up too. These flash new shoes on. So you'd think that after a year we would have all this stuff sorted out. Exactly a year ago today. Flowers. Flowers.
Hardest things to do is when you reflect and you realise you're the one in the wrong in a certain situation where you've probably been causing the friction.
Often it's after the fact you think, oh man, what an idiot, why did I carry on like that? And my girls will tell me to now. They'll tell me, oh babe.
Go away and think about it for a little bit. Contemplate. Contemplation's really good. Working out, oh hold on, maybe I was wrong. And then being man enough to go and say, I'm sorry.
But what I try and do is try not to stuff up. I try and preempt all of that stuff. But if I do, of course, you have to. You can't have that hanging over your head.
For us, it's kind of more about spending intimate kind of time, really talking to each other and finding out how each other are.
Watching a movie together, going for a walk. For us, we have a fire bath. So yeah, it's really put a lot of effort into your relationship, and so that you can live in peace and harmony.
It sounds quite cheesy sometimes if you hear like the quality time, but I think it's necessary, because if you're not spending time with them, then they're obviously not going to be getting much satisfaction out of the relationship.
Reality is not a lot of good stuff on the television, and getting into a habit of going to bed early gives you a lot of time to just talk, reflect, play.
What's going on? Did you bang your head or something?
I'm just tidying the house.
Okay, what's going on? What do you want? Is there another fishing trip? Or are you going out with the boys tomorrow night? Did you break my nanny's teapot again?
Happy Mother's Day. Actually, there's this cool fishing rod for sale on Tree, you know. What is it?
Almost everybody loves to be told they're loved, loves to be told they're special, loves to be shown kindness, respect.
Our last wedding anniversary, I organised everything for once, out of the last 17 of them.
You know, we make an effort to make a good meal for if I mind cooking, I want to do something good make something nice for Bertie. Also, Bertie will often, like the rose that's sitting out there, it's from the rose bush over there that he put there on the morning he was leaving for me. You know, little things.
It's really important to have a vision for your relationship, sitting down with your partner, talking about what's best for you and your whānau.
It's just part of our relationship and how we talk to each other about things that we're doing and things that we would like to do.
Next year will just be us two at home, so of course it's made us think, oh, what are we going to do next year, you know, and thinking of different things that we'd like to do and that we might do as like a couple and things like that, so it's kind of quite exciting in some ways.
That's a time for her and I when we sit in the evenings and just plan and look at, you know, we set a 5-year goal, a 7-year goal, and just immediate goals.
We talk every day about the future. We also talk about our dreams. We still dream. We're middle to late age now, and we still dream. We still like to live our dreams.
You know, one thing that really helps our relationship is having a good family base. You know, having good family around couples. You know, or good support network. It doesn't necessarily have to be whānau, it could be friends.
You can't always talk to each other about it, or I can't talk to my kids about it. So I go to like my own brother and sister. I used to go to my mother, but I also go to my mates. I've got a few select close mates, and I talk to them.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do, and if it's something really serious, like for me,